Hope you guys doing well, and today I'm going to show you that how Bootstrap for grid system will work. So I'm gonna add some divs here which have the class call1. Actually, let me tell you about some Bootstrap. So Bootstrap grid system is built with Flexbox and allow up to 12 columns across the page. You can also customize the Bootstrap grid system using variable file, which is 12 here. You can also customize them whatever you want. If you want to work with 16 columns, you can also modify from here, so it will automatically generate those columns for you. So if you want to understand this Bootstrap structure, you can go to my simple SAS and SAS fundamentals, so where you can also find my those tutorials. So now I'm gonna tell you about this is a call1. Call1 means extra small devices, screen with less than 567. For example, I'm gonna add a div here which have the class of box, and I'm gonna style this in my sections. So with 100% background should be black, and height should be 20 pixels. So this is here we got the column. Let me just resize my browser, and it will not break any of your size. So you can also define this call 1 and 1 to 12. For example, I'm gonna define 3 columns which have the ability to show you as a browser. So 6, and then I'm gonna add 12. So here we go. I'm gonna add some beer here to separate them, and here. So this is our column 1, and this is our column 6, and this is our column 12. So it will not break your any of your size. So this is responsive, but if you are working with the mobile sites, so you can also simply go to call 11. And now I'm gonna tell you about some call SM, which is small devices, screen with equal to or greater than 576 pixels. So I'm gonna add here SM and then hyphen, and add in there, here, and then here, just to show you that. Here we go. We have call SM, but it will break your columns. Like for example, I'm gonna resize it with the 576. Actually this is the 576, and it will break your content into full wider. So this is how the call SM will work in our site. So Now I'm gonna show you an example with the call MD, which is a medium devices screen with equal to or greater than 768. So I'm gonna change this with the MD, and just to show you that how it will work. Actually, this will work greater than 768. So here you go. If you want to add multiple classes in one div, you can also handle the responsiveness by using this. Like this is our call, this is our call SM, and this is our call MD. So MD will break 7 around 768, and our SM will break 576. So and then I'm gonna add some larger screens just to show you. Actually, Excel is another class which you can manage the larger devices screens with the equal to or greater than 992. So if you expand your browser from 992 and above, you see that it will break your content in 992. So now I'm gonna show you about, I'm gonna add these three classes within one class, within one div actually, here, and then I'm gonna add call, and then call MD1, and then call MD. Actually, this is our SM, this is our MD, and this is our LG. Call LG1, and here we can also add the call SM6, call SM MD6, and then call LG6, and here we add the call MD12, and then call MD. Actually, here we can add SM, and then MD, and then LG12. Just to show you that our breakpoint will stay the same like here, because we don't need to add these classes if we are using call1. Basically, it will rotate your divs with the devices. You can play with the devices using your classes. Like I'm gonna add call to call1 lesser than 576, and greater than should be 3, and call MD should be 4, and then call LG should be 6. Just to show you that now we have the, this is our call 1 And here you can see this one here. This is our where we have changed our classes. Look, that after the 760 576, it will break to call sm3 columns, like here. From here to this will go to 3, just to show you that this is our 25. And I'm gonna resize my browser just to, yeah, here. And simply, if you are call 11 here, it will take the 8.33. And then if I'm gonna resize this with the call sm device width, so it will go to 25. And then if I'm gonna resize again, and then it will break over 33, and then it will 50. So you can add multiple classes to fix your layout with the multiple device widths. So basic structure of Bootstrap grid will work with the call md, call sm. Let me just write here, call 1, and just to add here static, and then static. So if you are working with a specific device width, you can also add the sm, md, lg, and a simple call, and you don't need to add the device width here. So for example, create a row, and then add the desired number of your columns, tags, and appropriate call static classes. And then first star represent the this one represent the responsiveness with the sm, md, lg, or xl, while the second star represent the number which should add up to 12 for each row. So second example, instead of adding a number to each column, let Bootstrap handle the layout to create equal width column to call element with the 50%, and call 33, and then width to each call for calls 25% with the. You can also use call sm, md, lg, xl to make the column responsive. So this is how the Bootstrap grid will work, like I did. I will create some real-time series which we can handle the layout. Let me show you some of the examples here where you can handle the layout. For example, you need 4 boxes with your this you need to simply add 4 boxes here, 1 2 3, and then you can add a content, like I'm gonna add call md, which is handle the device width of mid, and then add 3 with the static 4, and each of the div will have the box just simply I'm gonna add the, this is column d3 and then box and then column d3 and then box. Actually it will not work because if we don't use row here, because this is Bootstrap 4. You can simply add the grids in Bootstrap 3. So here we go. We have 1 2 3 4 4 columns in a single row, and if you want to add 3 columns, you need to simply add the 4 here, and it will divide it to 4 for the 6, and then 4 4s are 8, and then 12. It will combine that 12 grid like here. Now we have the 1 2 3 3 row 3 boxes in our single row, and you see that here we have some scroll bar which we can handle using uh, container fluid, and then simply refresh it, so our scroll bar will removed. So if you need to do 2 boxes within a single row, you can simply add the call 6 here, and then here we go. Now you can add content from here and within 2 boxes. If you want to add something like 8 percent of your 80% of your browser with a single div, and then 40% of your browser in a single column, in a second column actually. So you can also add this simple column d8 and then 4. So here we go. We have the column with the 80% of our browser width, and then 40% of our browser width will contain here. Now I'm gonna simply add the remove the container fluid. Will work of your full wider of your device width, so you can also manage this with this within a container. So for example, you are working with the one page website which have the overflow. You can simply define your container and then column 1, column 2, and whatever you want here. So this is how the grid will work, and your all breakpoints will for example, I'm gonna add a call sm here, and add a 6 here, call sm and 6. I want to make this 80% and 20%, and once I resize this, and I need 60 50% and 50% of our overflow, which we can manage like this, and by default the mobile will get the 100% of your screen. So that is how the grid structure of the Bootstrap will work. So that's all for now, guys. Hope you guys enjoy my tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, and in our next lecture we will work with the Bootstrap tables. So see you guys in my next video.